Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, so this little video...
A recorded message from the set of a 2019 horror movie, Exodus, by the film's acclaimed director, 𝗶𝗵𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗶.
This little video we made in order for me to get an opportunity to speak to you all.
A man of many faces and talents, he was known to his film crew simply as Steph.
I thought he was the most talented person on this planet.
A serial name dropper, Steph claimed he'd studied at famous film schools and now worked for global television networks.
And he was always speaking with people on the phone just to put us on that idea that he is speaking with industry gurus.
And when not on the phone, he was rubbing shoulders with royalty as a director.
I will probably see you again, or I won't because you'll be in Los Angeles.
An actor. And even a pastor.
We will pray for you and we will take everything personally.
𝗶𝗵𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗆, or whatever name he happens to be going by, is a master of reinvention. In a tough local film industry, it's likely why so many people bought into his promises of fame and fortune. Since childhood, 𝗀𝗀𝗆𝗀𝗆 only ever wanted to act.
He introduced himself by saying he's a producer and a writer. In this industry, when you start, you are hungry for these people.
Steph contacted Denzel on Facebook in 2019 with the offer of a lifetime, a starring role in Steph's next film, Exodus.
So, all of them can be explained. All of it. He's not going to listen to anything you say.
The film's location, 𝗶𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗶, was a buzz, and the media clamoured for interviews with its famous director.
Well, welcome 𝗶𝗵𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗆. He is a movie maker and he's been in the industry over 23 years, Marat, or more?
20 years now.
20 years.
Yeah, I wanted to be a medical doctor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I ended up going to film school instead, and now I'm writing stories.
Oh,
and
wow.
that's
and
what I do, and I make them. And
yes.
and I give people the opportunity to live in a world that I can create.
Producing films isn't cheap, and with a crew of up to 30 people, the bills soon piled up. Denzel says Steph persuaded him to become a financial backer in exchange for a producer credit.
I spent approximately between 100 and 120,000 rand on this film.
The film wrapped just days before Christmas. But the film's director had cut and run.
When he left, all of a sudden his phone was off. Everyone came back to me because they want to get paid.
Denzel was left red-faced and out of pocket. Oftentimes, it's hard to know what goes on in the mind of someone accused of fraud and theft. And that's why we came here to Mpumalanga for a first-hand account from the man who knows him best, his former business partner and boyfriend.
I fell in love with the guy instantly, and everything was perfect.
Emerging from the wilderness of the Exodus fiasco, Steph appeared ready for love. He used Facebook to contact and woo 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃, and just months later, the two moved in together. They would go on to launch a production and distribution company called 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 Media. Steph claimed a senior KTNet exec among his personal friends and said he could open doors at the streaming service Netflix. Namibian producer 𝗶𝗵𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗆 became a marquee client.
Oh my word, I thought he was the most talented person on this planet. He studied at New York Film Academy. He had lawyers, he had accountants, he had a team.
𝗶𝗶𝘀 contracted Ceph to produce 3 series pilot episodes, 1 for Netflix and 2 for Kyknet. It would cost more than 100,000 rand.
What were some of the promises that he made to you?
That I got a deal with Netflix, Kyknet, with MultiChoice. And not only that, I also was furnished a contract from MultiChoice. I was furnished a contract from Netflix as well.
So he showed you these emails from these channels saying, we need a pilot, and that's the excuse he used to get you to pay money to film these pilots.
My first pilot was 50,000 rand. I paid him cash. Very excited to get to know you guys as people.
With his pilots in production, 𝗶𝗶𝘀 introduced Ceph to emerging scriptwriter 𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗴𝗶. She used her time in COVID lockdown to write a romance for the silver screen.
Then next I started getting an email from Ceph saying, listen, that proposal you shared with me, there's a company in LA and they show interest in helping you, called Women in Film.
It was the break she'd been dreaming of. Women in Film apparently offered a 2 million rand contract on condition that Ceph produced a short teaser for the film, for the comparatively smaller sum of 24,000 rand. She paid and production began.
Or is love just not enough?
According to 𝗶𝗶𝘀 and 𝗶𝗶𝘀, Ceph was ever the busy film bigwig, often unavailable because he was taking important calls from Netflix execs. But his partner knew better.
And now, when I look at it, I see that he was basically speaking to no one on the phone. He was just pretending.
Eventually, 𝗶𝗶𝘀's suspicions got the better of her.
It's just that intuition. Something is just not sitting well with me. And then I phoned Women in Film and they said, no, that's not true.
Devastatingly, the LA production house knew nothing about 𝗶𝗶𝘀's film. And it turned out all the contracts 𝗶𝗶𝘀 had signed, as well as Ceph's certification as a Netflix distributor, were just as fake. It was around this time that our own investigation into the mysterious film mogul got underway. Ceph's victims had been struggling to track him down, despite how industrious he was on social media. We uncovered Ceph the doctor, as well as the apostle 𝗃𝗏𝗏, who shared profound insights like don't be deceived by beauty, a golden snake is still a snake. And his spiritual guidance continues.
Humanity is more interested in what you've done rather than what you are doing.
We also found his impressive movie resume, which was completely fake. Netflix confirmed they're not associated with Ceph in any way and had sent him this cease and desist letter. We couldn't find a single local channel that had ever worked with him. Then last year, Ceph appeared to vanish from social media, only to reappear as another alter ego, or two, to be more precise, the drag personas, Mimi Wild and Tanta Ali.
Hello everybody, so I got a little letter from someone iewers hier in die wêreld.
Some say he's a con artist and a serial scammer. But is he just misunderstood and a man of many talents?
After months of searching, we tracked Ceph down at a house on Joburg's West Rand.
We've spoken to the owner. He said he's gone to fetch him. Let's see. Ceph, how are you? We're from Carte Blanche. We want to ask you a few questions, if that's all right. Okay, my name's Lorenza. Nice to meet you. We want to know, why did you steal all that money from people in the film industry?
I didn't steal any money from anybody.
Okay, so but you pretended to be a distributor for Netflix, Kyknet, Women in Film?
No.
You didn't pretend to do that?
No.
You never forged documents?
No, I didn't.
Surprisingly, Ceph welcomed the chance to unburden himself.
Wat sou jy sê vir iemand wat sê jy's 'n serial scammer?
Wel, dit sou nie serial scammer nie. Ek het dit net hier een keer gedoen.
But his epiphany was short-lived.
Ek verstaan.
Wat is jou agtergrond?
Kyk, ek het opleiding gekry by die 𝗃𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗶𝗴𝗆.
Really?
So was jy daar of nie? Jy kan eerlik wees.
Ja, ek was nie daar nie.
Okay. Was jy by die New York Film Academy?
Nee.
Maar jy het vir mense gesê jy was.
Ja.
Hoekom het jy dit gedoen?
Kyk, die mense van wie jy praat, het gekry waarvoor hulle gevra het of waarvoor hulle betaal het. Niemand se geld was gesteel nie.
But did they get value for money?
Waarvoor hulle betaal het, het hulle gekry.
Okay,
maar nie voorgegee om 'n distributor te wees of 'n agent te wees of wat ook al.
Maar ek het die brief gesien, Stef.
Maar op grond wie sê ek het die brief geskryf?
Jou handtekening is op die brief. Jou naam is op die brief. Jy dink nie dat dit 'n vals indruk kan skep nie.
Okay, ja, dit kan.
Jy het baie moeite gedoen om dit te vervals.
Wel, kyk jy, as 'n mens sulke goed doen, moet jy mos seker maar oortuigend wees. Ja, ek weet dit is onwettig. En ek het ook geweet dit is bedrog. As 'n mens desperaat is, doen nie wat jy moet.
And so, finally, the truth.
Baie mense in hierdie land is desperaat, Stef, en hulle doen nie wat jy gedoen het nie.
Ek dink baie mense in hierdie land doen wat ek doen, hulle word net nooit uitgevang nie. Ek besef julle doen net julle werk. Die probleem is, dit reuneer alles nou vir my.
When I kept silence before I confessed, my bones wasted away.
Stef's crisis of conscience will come as little consolation to his victims, who, as they say in the movies, are this story's fall guys.